With tomorrow's football game, parking on campus could be more difficult. We'll show you where you can and cannot park around campus.
Speaking of tomorrow, we have some tips that will keep you safe during your Halloween fun.
Let's hope it's treats, not tricks, for the Mean Green football team. We'll explain why this is such a big game coming up.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is NTTV Nightly News.
Thanks for joining us on NTTV Nightly News. I'm Aaron Wilson.
And I'm Natalie Torres. Tomorrow is a big night as the Mean Green prepare to take on the Rice Owls. But parking tomorrow night's game could be a Halloween nightmare on its own. With the expected increase in attendance, students and faculty will have to vacate several parking lots around campus. Lots for fan parking and tailgating are the Victory Hall lots, including 80 and 81, Mean Green Village lots 71 through 77, and Fouts Field lot 20. Tomorrow, you will need to be out of those parking areas by 1 p.m. or the school will begin towing. But some good news, if you have permits for the closed lots, you can park in the Highland Street parking garage for free.
We'll have a lot more on the game a little bit later in sports, but that's not all that's happening tomorrow. There are several big events leading up to tomorrow night's nationally televised game. Beginning at 4:30, the university will look more like a scene from AMC's The Walking Dead. UNT Talons will begin leading a zombie march starting at Kerr Hall and will travel throughout campus and up to Apogee. Student athletes will host a safe trick-or-treat area underneath the wing zone prior to the game. Children can enjoy games, inflatable bounce houses, and contests. Children under the age of 14 can receive free admission to the game as well. The Mean Green will be also holding a surprise reveal just prior to the game. Be sure to wear your black and green or your creative costumes tomorrow night and support the Mean Green. Well, I hope tomorrow's weather is a little bit better than it was today. A little dark and gloomy.
Yes, it was extremely gloomy, and I'm definitely not a fan.
Yeah, and as we take a look outside right now, we can definitely see some of that fog starting to settle in that was here this morning. It doesn't look like it's getting any better.
Yeah, not at all, but maybe it will get better soon. For more on that, we will go to our weather anchor, Benito Morial. Benito, will this clear up anytime soon?
Well, Natalie, it is going to clear up in just maybe a few more hours, but as you take a look at that live cam shot, it's still very dark and very gloomy outside. Let's go ahead and take a look at what exactly is going on out there. Right now, we have a temperature of 72 degrees with a few scattered showers outside. We have pretty strong winds coming in from the south-southwest at 16 miles per hour, and today's humidity is at 90%. Now, by tonight, this heavy thunderstorms and heavy rain are going to make their way back in. We're expecting a temperature of 68 degrees with wind speeds up to 16 miles per hour. Now, tomorrow morning, we're coming back to some more heavy thunderstorms and some heavy rain. We'll have a temperature of 69 degrees with wind speeds up to 15 miles per hour. Now, I know all of you are wondering, when is this rain going to leave, or is it going to even stay? I have your Halloween forecast and all the details coming right up. But first, let's head over to Aaron for more news.
Thanks, Benito. If you were on I-35 last night after 9 p.m., you would have noticed several lane closures. This is due to the I-35 Express project that began last night. Don't worry, though. Project Coordinator Kimberly Sims says that the lane closures will not affect us during the day.
We are required to maintain the same level of lanes that we have today. So if you have, 3 lanes across 35, we can't take any of those lanes away during the daytime. At night, we can do some nighttime closures and lane reductions.
Unfortunately, though, for many of us late-night commuters, those same lanes will also be closed tonight, as well between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. On to more construction news, this time here on campus. The University Union is now fully closed, and trying to find things around campus has been something of a scavenger hunt. So here's a reminder of where some things have been relocated. The UPS drop box on Union Circle has moved in front of the main entrance of the Stovall temporary building, but the FedEx drop box will not be relocated. A USPS kiosk has been installed at the Eagle Express Mail Center in Stovall Hall. The ATMs on the first floor of the Union are also relocated. Bank of America, Chase, and Wells Fargo ATMs have all moved to Stovall Hall. The popular bike repair station will also be relocated to the west side of Stovall Hall. As for that all-important morning cup of Joe, your Green Mountain Coffee plans to reopen in a new location on the campus in just the future.
And on the other side of campus, students will begin lining up at Chilton Hall around 5 a.m. So why so early? Well, the College of Merchandising and Digital Retail is having its 4th annual sample sale. Beginning around 8 a.m., hot merchandise such as Fossil watches will be priced as low as $25. And at 10 a.m., all those bargains will be moved to the Willis Library lawn, where several name brand items will be sold under $30. So you can start your Christmas shopping just a little bit early, or of course, just buy yourself a present. And recruiters on the campus are never uncommon, but usually they are for businesses or jobs. What you don't see much of is social organizations that focus on services around the world. The Peace Corps recruiter, Helen Lohman, came to talk with students about why the Peace Corps is so important.
We do provide significant training for a volunteer. So the period of service is really 27 months. It's 3 months of training and then 24 months of service. So the Peace Corps is now in approximately 70 countries in all parts of the world. Our largest group of volunteers is in sub-Saharan Africa because that's where the need is the greatest. Our volunteers are really focusing, depending on the country, on the way the world's changed.
And the Peace Corps was founded in 1961, and it is still active in over 70 countries around the world.
In a different kind of social discussion here on the UNT campus, students came together last week to examine a form of racial discrimination not often considered. NTTV's Corinne Hairston has more.
Last night, students gathered for an important cultural discussion.
I'm here at the discussion titled Roots, put on by the UNT NABJ and UNT Caribbean Student Association. They chose this discussion in order to bridge the gap between interracism between Africans and African Americans.
Speakers from the Pan-African Connection spoke and performed their own thoughts on interracism.
Location doesn't change who you are. It doesn't change your DNA. It just changes your surroundings.
But no, you're from Africa, but you were born here.
The Caribbean Student Association helps students alike maintain their identity and their culture. There were multiple forms of expression during the discussion.
Only meant to keep us hoping, we're not knowing, but we still gonna fly high. Yeah, I said we still gonna fly high.
The reactions to the meeting were positive and insightful.
Just along with the fact that I've been kind of ignorant towards the African culture, with the fact that I haven't really took the time to study the facts.
What I can do now in 2013 that we couldn't do in the 60s was host programs like this to kind of bring us all together, sit us down, to kind of get out of the system that America makes us believe.
Really incredibly enlightening to hear about these cultural issues that are going on, particularly within the Black African community.
I realized that the separation that we have is not a good separation. Even though I may feel the fire to separate ourselves, it needs to be brought to an end.
I just felt like we needed to put it into a program and see how many people we can get to come out and get some educated speakers so we can kind of bridge the gap.
This group plans to continue these discussions and further promote African culture.
For more information on other panel discussions and events, you can visit untnabj.webs.com.
Coming up, we have a few safety tips to make sure your Halloween is filled with fun and treats.
And speaking of Halloween, there was a festive event this past weekend that will make you want to rethink how you celebrate fall next year. Stay with us.
Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she's actually not a morning person. I know she does strange tricks for no treats. I know that water makes her howl like crazy. I even know how the floor stays so clean. She's quick. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny?
Tomorrow's Halloween, but over the weekend, Denton celebrated a multicultural event, the Day of the Dead. The festival was full of music, storytelling, and a daredevil sideshow act. The festival was also the host of the second annual coffin race, where area favorite Evel Knievel was defeated.
Pink car was faster. Couldn't do anything about it.
Food and performers made the Day of the Dead a day you won't forget. From the Day of the Dead to the undead, things get a little spookier this time of year. The last weekend, a group of people got together to give people in Denton a little bit of zombie fever. NTTV's Matthew Granados has more.
If you weren't careful this past Friday in Denton Square, you were likely to have run into a horde of zombies. The Drinking Dead zombie crawl was put together by Odd Squad Productions, and it turned out to be a lot bigger than originally conceived.
It originally kind of started where we were just like wanting to get friends together to do it, and then it was like within 24 hours, like I said, like 150 people were coming to it, and then it kind of blew up from there.
The infection began at Mulberry Street Cantina. Volunteers accepted $5 or a canned food item in exchange for an application of zombie makeup. Before long, zombies were gathering in large numbers, and even I couldn't avoid infection. It began with a little bit of powder, then a scar, and it ended with a blood spray for the finishing touch.
Oh man.
I've been doing the zombie makeup for the last hour, and it's been going really well. My hands are kind of a little tired, but it's been a lot of fun.
Now, I was a hipster zombie, but there were various other forms. The crawl was certainly a shock to Dentonites who had no idea what was going on. Part of the fun and games included raffle prizes donated by sponsors. And the large turnout is a reminder of why Halloween is just so fun.
Halloween is my favorite holiday, and it's a lot of people love to dress up. Something about Halloween and like being somebody that you're not every day, so you get to dress up as somebody that, I don't know, that you like or you idolize.
With NTTV News, this is Matthew Granados. If you weren't careful...
You know, Aaron, something about zombies just creeps me out.
Yeah, it's either the blood, the biting, the gnawing of the teeth.
I think it's like the voice. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, the weather didn't hold out for him a little bit yesterday, but I got a good idea how I'm going to scare you tomorrow.
Oh, no.
At the big game. So, Benito, what's the weather going to look like the rest of this weekend?
Well, Aaron, I'll have those details in just a few moments. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at what's currently going on across North Texas right now. Right now in Denton, as I mentioned a few moments ago, we have a temperature of 72 degrees, and we're looking at some few showers throughout most of the day. Now, down south of us in Dallas, a temperature of 69 degrees. Fort Worth, a temperature of 69 degrees as well. Just east of us in McKinney, 66 degrees, and they're looking at some showers as well today. Rockwall, 66, and Greenville is at 64 degrees. Let's see what's in store for tomorrow. Now, tomorrow temperatures are going to change up, but more than anything, we're going to see a lot of rain for the most part in North Texas region. In Denton, we're going to see some isolated thunderstorms throughout most of the day at 73 degrees south of us. In Dallas, 69 degrees, and they're going to have more of a cloudy day. It'll be a rather dry day. Now, Fort Worth is going to see some thunderstorms with a temperature of 75 degrees, and just north of us in Gainesville, they'll also see some thunderstorms with a temperature of 68 degrees. Now, on to our 5-day outlook. Now, tomorrow, Thursday, Halloween, also game day. We're expecting to see heavy rain and isolated thunderstorms throughout all of the morning, but slowly they'll start to make their way out, and throughout later that evening, we'll start to see nice clear skies with a cool temperature of 73 degrees. Now, around 10 p.m. Thursday, temperatures will start to drop, and we'll start seeing temperatures around 50 degrees. So if you're planning on going out to the game or going out for a Halloween party, make sure you have your sweaters and jackets ready because it's going to get rather cool. Friday, we come back to some nice, beautiful temperature of 76 degrees with nice, clear, sunny skies. Saturday, same thing, a little bit cooler with a temperature of 69. Sunday, another day with nice, clear, sunny skies with a much cooler temperature of 64 degrees. Monday, we come back to some heavy rain and some heavy isolated thunderstorms. We'll have a temperature of 62 degrees with a low of 57 degrees. So as I just mentioned, make sure tomorrow to have your sweaters and jackets ready. And Aaron, Natalie, back to you.
Thanks, Benito. I'm definitely really excited for that run that I'm going to use for that beautiful weather.
Yeah, if you're looking for, a great time this evening with a family-friendly approach to Halloween, head over to the UNT Coliseum. It's the annual Boo Bash celebration bringing together UNT and the Denton community.
NTTV's Derica Jackson is out at the fun and festivities. Derica, you seem to get all the great stories. What's it like out there?
You're right, Natalie and Aaron. I'm having a great time at Boo Bash. Boo Bash is an annual safe haven put on by many student organizations here at UNT, from pre-dental to UPC. This event is also catering to our non-traditional college students. They actually can bring their kids to the event and show UNT what it's about. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Derica. It looks like those kids are having a great time. And while Halloween is really fun, a holiday for kids, it can also be a little dangerous. But do not worry too much, because NTTV's health reporter Priscilla Presley is here with some tips to keep everyone safe. Priscilla?
Well, that's right, Natalie. Halloween is a time known for fun and games, but if you don't know the right ways to stay safe, your fun could come to an end. I have some ways that you and your family can make your night a little less scary.
Halloween is a time when kids can use their imagination and truly be anything they want. It's when angels and devils, Superman and Superwoman can come together to reach a common goal.
I'm gonna take this. Good choice, good choice.
But if you are not careful, that fun can come to an end.
This is a time when you have to be most vigilant because safety hazards are everywhere.
So you should be prepared before taking your children out on the streets.
The best advice I would give is plan, strategize your route.
Some ways you can stay safe are by carrying a flashlight or glow sticks and wearing reflective clothing or tape. Motorists need to be extra cautious as well, with Halloween being the #1 day of the year where children are hit and killed by cars.
If you take safety precautions, we won't have to see you here at the hospital.
If you take these steps, you and your children can be a little safer, and your night won't be so scary after all.
I hope you and your families have a happy and safe Halloween. Back to you, Aaron and Natalie.
Thanks, Priscilla. If you're thinking about being a pirate this Halloween, you'll want to stick around for this fascinating discovery.
And Kelsey Ray has some pretty spicy and hot deals for those game day expenses. Stay tuned.
Hello, my name is Free Smith, and this is Late Night at North Texas. Am I on the right show? Is this the right place? No? Okay, I should go now. So my name is Free, and this is Late Night North Texas. Hey! Too urban? Okay, for real? Because I'm really getting tired of you, though. I'm really getting tired of you. Okay, get it together. This is Late Night North Texas! Hey, y'all! My name is Free Smith, and this is Late Night at North Texas. I'm so excited. Hey, it's Free Smith. I'm the host of Late Night at North Texas. Catch me on North Texas Television on Thursday nights.
Mom, can I have $1? I think my purse is upstairs on the bed. It's not here. Check the dining room. No. The upstairs closet?
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
But it would be safe to keep your distance until no secret that laughter makes you smile. Reliable sources say that chicken soup has found their way out of this
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
You've located the dream home of a lifetime with a price you can't refuse. 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. But the previous owners haven't exactly checked out. Your real estate agent may tell you about the history of your home, but may have left out a few haunting details. Sunland Surfati has more.
Like a scene from the Amityville Horror, your dream house
This is the deal of a lifetime.
turns out to be a nightmare. Buyers beware. If a ghastly deal happens to you, don't count on much protection from the law.
A client contacted me after we closed, and we had found out that there had been a death in the property, but it had occurred over 10 years ago, so there were no recourse.
Most states don't require the seller to disclose a home's psychological stigmas. To know what you're walking into, try this new website, diedinhouse.com. Enter an address. For a price, find out if any murders, suicides, or deaths happened on the property. Realtor.com says 38% of buyers would change their minds if a house could be haunted.
But that leaves a majority of us who would consider buying a haunted house. After the sale, some real estate agents recommend to clear the air, call in the modern-day Ghostbusters.
If you love this house, don't let something like this turn you away from your dream home.
Paranormal teams like this father-daughter pair in Virginia are called in to investigate.
They're like, we've lived here for a couple months, and we hear footsteps upstairs when there's no one there. We hear doors slamming.
They'll spiritually cleanse the negative energy.
You can negotiate with them enough to where they will just move on.
You see something on there?
I've helped hundreds of people to the point to where they felt empowered enough to feel comfortable in their home.
And in your new home, that can go a long way for peace, or just peace of mind. In Alexandria, Virginia, I'm Sunland Surfati.
You know what, Natalie? That sounds like a great way to spend the night.
No.
No? You don't want to go?
You couldn't pay me $1 million to. Although, I think I could spend that money on a few wings. I think, Kelsey, you may have a few deals for me tonight.
Thank you, Aaron and Natalie. That's right. Well, we all know that Texas weather is not always reliable, and with the big homecoming game tomorrow, I thought we should focus on a place where you can stay dry and indulge in all of the sports watching you'd like without taking a hit to your wallet.
Buffalo Wild Wings is the one-stop shop to drinks, endless wings, and all of the sports watching one can handle. But of course, the best part, Buffalo Wild Wings is full of delicious deals. From Wing Tuesday and Boneless Thursday, where wings are only 60 cents.
I always get Asian zing every time I come here. But I every now and then I'll get like other wings as well. So.
Wednesdays are all-day happy hour on all draft beers, as well as select liquors and appetizers.
Buffalo Wild Wings, it's the ultimate spot.
Regardless of what day it is, there's always a savory deal going on at Buffalo Wild Wings, with the regular happy hour that is offered Monday through Friday from 2 to 7 p.m. and 9 to 11 p.m.
Delicious. It's always delicious.
Tune in next week to Denton on a Dime, where we check out Denton deals with a Mexican flair. Aaron and Natalie, back to you.
Thanks, Kelsey. You always know how to make me hungry during a newscast. You know those wings are perfect food for game day.
Yeah, you know, it's just going to be clutch. You know, we got the big game coming up tomorrow. You know, I think those wings could really just fit in perfectly. Cameron, what can we expect out of the Mean Green tomorrow?
Well, you know, Aaron and Natalie, we will have your full Mean Green preview for tomorrow's game along with the Mavs season kicking off tonight. Don't change that channel.
And the catch is made. Running free is Breland Chancellor. He is gone. Knocks down Mettenberger, and he's slow to get up. Touchdown, Mean Green. Touchdown, Mean Green. Touchdown on a dive. Touchdown, Mean Green. Touchdown, Mean Green.
The Fall Classic could come to a close tonight as the St. Louis Cardinals are on the brink and facing elimination against the Red Sox. The Cards are fighting for what sports fans love to see, a Game 7. But first is Game 6 with rookie phenom Michael Wacha facing John Lackey. Lackey is no stranger to World Series clinchers as he helped the LA Angels defeat the Giants in the 2002 World Series, and he looks to do the same tonight. If Boston wins the World Series, it will be the first title won in Boston since 1918, which means I could have brought this story to you with the help of a typewriter. In basketball news, the Dallas Mavericks kick off their regular season tonight against Atlanta at the American Airlines Center. The team's core is still in with Dirk Nowitzki, Sean Marion, and Vince Carter carrying the load, and also features new additions Jose Calderon, Monte Ellis, and Samuel DeLambert. The Mavs wrapped up their preseason with a 4-4 record and look to rebound after a so-so 2012 season. Head coach Rick Carlisle has his work cut out for him, and it all tips off tonight. Now with Halloween coming up tomorrow, you can expect to see plenty of Halloween costumes around town, but if you make your way to Apogee for the game against Rice tomorrow night, you can plan on seeing a bunch of these. UNT designed this Apogee After Dark t-shirt, and fans can purchase them for $5 on campus. I heard a rumor that the shirts actually glow in the dark, but I guess to find out, you'll just have to make your way out to the game. The game should be a good one, not because of the fancy t-shirts, but because a UNT win will secure a bowl berth for the first time since 2004. The team has been pursuing the Hit 6 campaign, as in achieving the coveted 6th win, and NTTV reporter Gavin Rhodes has the story.
The University of North Texas football team finished last season with just 4 wins and 8 losses. This year, on the other hand, is a completely different story. This team is now 5-3 on the season and have made history, winning 3 in a row, including a blowout last week, which was their largest margin of victory since 1958. The offense is clicking on all cylinders, led by senior quarterback Derek Thompson, and the defense is dominating opponents as well, only allowing 1 touchdown in the second half since September 21st. And let's not forget the special teams. Plays like Marcus Trice's punt block against the Georgia Bulldogs, who are ranked 9th in the nation at the time, have kept this team in games when necessary. So for this team, there is no better time than the now.
After the dominating 55-14 win against Southern Miss, the Mean Green team will look to make history on Thursday night on Halloween in front of their home fans right here at Apogee Stadium.
It's huge, you know, that's what we worked on since January, the opportunity to become bowl eligible. You know, and the fact that we get to do it in front of our home fans is huge for us.
You know, let's do this. I wish we could play tonight. You know, let's not wait. Let's just go and see, you know, which one's the better team.
This is one of the biggest games, you know, in my career, by far. To play an in-state rival like Rice, you know, they beat me my first year here, so, you know, it's time for me to get back at them.
So why not us? Let's hit 4, let's hit 5, let's hit 6. Let's go ahead and, you know, have a great season.
I'm Gavin Rhodes with NTTV.
Thanks, Gavin. Kickoff against Rice is at 6:30 tomorrow night. That's all I've got for you. Back to you, Aaron and Natalie.
Archaeologists have recovered 5 cannons from the ship of the most feared pirate to sail the 7 seas. Captain Blackbeard's flagship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, was discovered off the coast of North Carolina some 300 years after it terrorized the eastern coast. The 5 unearthed cannons brings the total to 20 of over 40 guns. Each gun shoots off 6-pound cannonballs.
Wow. I think I like history, so I feel like I could be an archaeologist or an archaeologist.
An archaeologist.
I'm not as good as you.
Yeah, that's a pretty good story. I can't wait to go out to the game tomorrow. It's just going to be, you know, the perfect weather, hopefully. Even if it rains a little bit, you know, I still think it'll be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching NTTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow at 6 p.m. here on North Texas Television.